Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Miss Suresha.
Hi.
Yeah, shall we check Shashi Prabha's video, audio, and screen sharing?
Yeah, sure.
Shashi Prabha, if you can come on video and unmute, I think.
Hi, Shashibaba.
Hi. Yeah, shall we check Shashi Prabha's
Hello.
video, audio, and screen sharing?
Yes.
I hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, Shashibaba. We can hear you really well. So could you please share your screen and let me check whether it is visible?
I
Perfect.
shared my screen.
Yeah, shall we switch in between the slides also and see whether it works?
Yes. Yes, now I can see the second slide. If you could be higher, third one, industry outlook. Yes, it's moving.
I'm at the sixth. Okay, anyway, I just quickly moved.
Yeah, we can see the seventh slide.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
I think that works. Shashi Prabha, if you can come on video so we can quickly check that too.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can see you.
Okay. We have 10 minutes more, right? Okay. Let's wait.
Sorry, Shashi Prabha, can you come again?
We have 10 minutes more, right? I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
anyway stay.
Yes, we will wait until 6. Hopefully, students are still signing.
Yeah. Can you guys hear any background noises?
I can't.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Oshita.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So, as we can see, some students are still joining. So, let's start the session within 5 minutes. So, in the meantime, as you can see, there is a link to a pre-session form regarding this session. So, till we start the session officially, you can fill out this form and submit. Thank you. Okay, so since there are over 200 participants now, I think it is good for us to go ahead with our session today. So good evening, everyone. So we warmly welcome all of you to the very first webinar of the series of 6 webinars designed to help you step into your career journey with confidence. So I am Dilrukshi Sirivardhana and I'll be your moderator for this session today. So this exciting initiative is brought to you in collaboration with the Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Science, which is the SLAS, Section E3 Computer Science, and the IEEE Computer Society Sri Lanka's chapter, as well as the IFS. So this series aims to bridge the gap between university education and the software industry by bringing industry experts straight to you, sharing their real-world experiences, insights, and guidance tailored specially for undergraduates as well as fresh graduates. So we hope that through these sessions, you will gain clarity, build confidence, and better understand what the industry expects from you as aspiring professionals. So before we start the session today, so let me give you a few quick housekeeping rules to ensure smooth flow of the session today. So the number one rule is please keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any interruptions. And then as you can see, we have posted a link in the chat for the pre-session feedback form. So it is better if you could fill it out and submit before we start the session. And the next thing is, in case if you get any questions, you are free to put it in the Zoom chat box. So we'll be taking them up during the Q&A session towards the end of the session. And kindly avoid sharing unrelated links or content in the chat. And please note that this session is being recorded, and we will be sharing the recording afterwards if you are in need of it. So, now let me introduce our distinguished guest speaker for this evening. We are honored to have with us Ms. Shashiprabha Dangadar, a senior software engineer, research and development at the IFS, which is one of the leading global enterprise software companies. Ms. Shashiprabha holds a bachelor's degree in software engineering from the SLIT, as well as an MBA from the University of Moratuwa. She is known for her passion for building reliable and user-focused software solutions, and for her continuous owning her technical and professional skills. Apart from her role in software development, she is deeply committed to contributing to tech communities, mentoring and supporting the next generation of tech professionals, which makes her perfect speaker to kickstart this impactful series today. So without any further ado, let's welcome Ms. Shashiprabha Dangadar to take us through what the industry looks for in fresh graduates like you. So the session is now over to you, Ms. Shashiprabha.
Okay, thank you very much, Direction. So, hi everyone. So, first of all, thank you for being here today. So, whether you are just starting your journey or already exploring your path, so I think this session is designed to give you a clear picture of what the tech industry truly look for the fresh grads. So, I will focus on four existing role and famous role like software engineer, UI UX engineer, QA engineer, and data analyst. So, each role has their own flavors and expectation, but all share some common values like curiosity, adaptability, and teamwork. So my goal is today, it's not overwhelm you with the theory, but to give you practical tips and insight for my field. So before we dive into, before we dive into the session, let's do a quick icebreaker to warm up the room. So, if you could be hired tomorrow for any tech role, what would it be and why? You guys can take a few seconds to think and you can share your own answer in the chat. Then I will read out a few as you go, or else you can unmute yourself and tell us. There's no any wrong answers here, so just go with what excites you the most. like you to know your answers as well. Okay, okay. So good. If you are still thinking, you can drop an answer later when you feel ready. So let's see. I got an answer, I think. Web developer because I am the best. Okay. And I heard someone trying to say another thing. Can you come again, please? Okay. MGS pronounced to system engineer. I want to get deep idea about the technology field. Okay, nice. Who else wants to interact with me? Okay. DevOps, I love cloud. Shane Perez. Awesome. Okay, awesome responses. Thank you for sharing. So keep those goals in your mind as we walk through the what the real world expect from the people stepping into those very roles. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the bigger picture. What the tech industry looks like right now and how it's changing. So it's not just about having a degree anymore. Companies are hiring for a readiness, not just for qualification. So that means they are looking for the people who can start contributing quickly, adapt to the new tools, and also work as in a teams, especially in remote or hybrid setup. So here are some key few trends shaping your hiring today. The first is remote hybrid work is new norm. You know, it is a new norm after the corona. So you might work from home and collaborate with the teams in a different time zone, or you never meet your teammates in person. So this digital communication skill and also the self-management and the reliability are more valuable than ever. For example, imagine you are working as a junior QA engineer in Sri Lanka, but your product manager is in Germany and your developer is in USA. So you might never have live call with all three of you together, but so your ability to write a clear test cases and updated task boards and also follow up the professionally tool like Jira or Slack. That is what keeps you project is moving. So no one will chase you for updates. So if you are reliable and proactive in online, the team will be trust you. So even if they never met you, right? Then the cross-functional uh, teams. That means it is standard right now. That means you won't be working in alone. As a developer, you will talk to a QA. As a designer, you will talk to a developer. So that means you need to communicate clearly and also you need to respect these different roles as well. And not only that, you have to work towards the shared goal. Let's say you are a UI UX engineer working on a mobile app. So you have created beautiful design in Figma, but when the developer looks at it, they realize that these kind of certain animation or let's say some kind of layout that is not practical with the current tech stack. That means they can't develop with the technology that what we have right now. So instead of arguing, you will need to discuss the trade-offs or find the alternative together and adjust your design or a code plan with the people with the people in the team. So that is collaboration. Or let's say as a developer, if you find a bug in a feature, QA just approved. I mean, test is approved by the QA. But you will need to talk to them, not to blame them, but explain the issue clearly, maybe just a fix and move forward as a twin. So, like this, the key is knowing that everyone roles contribute to the same product and good communication keep the process smooth. And then it's come to the AI. So, AI is becoming a core part of all of the roles right now. So, not just the data science, where you are a software engineer using GitHub Copilot or designer using Pigma AI, you will need a comfortable using AI as a copilot. So that is another trend. Then the soft skill. Soft skills is a game changer. Think about this. Even if you are a billion coder, if you can't explain what you built or struggle to work with others or miss the deadlines, you won't be seen as a job ready. To, today's tech team are often remote and fast-paced and also cross-functional. So that means you need to collaborate with people from different disciplines, and also you have to uh, explain your thought process and adapt quickly. In the real world, your ability to communicate, adapt, and collaborative is what help you to grow from beginning just another pressure to someone we can trust and also grow. Okay, so uh, now that's we have look into the board of industry outlook from the remote work to AI driven tools. So you might be wondering, right? So let's dive into the next. So what does being job ready, or what are the employee expectation? So that is actually means in a eye of an employer, what makes one pressure stand out while another get overlooked. So it's not just technical skills, it is a combination of skills like skills and mindsets, or how well you fit into the team environment from the day one. So as you can see in the slide, when it comes to technical skills, this is where the things get real. So when it comes to the skills are important, but not enough alone. So as you can see in the slide, the coding, testing, and also designing, and the hands-on experience, and as well as the knowledge of the tool like JIT and APIs, and also uh, willingness to learn and adapt to. So these are comes as the technical skill. Then you need soft skills as well, like communication, time management, and also the problem solving. And then it's come to workplace readiness, that is also matters as a technical skills and also the soft skills. You need to showing up on time because we are working mostly the remotely and also hybrid manner, and also we need to being accountable, and we need to taking initiative, and also we need to be familiar with the Slack and GitHub and Jira, those kind of tools as well. Yeah, that is what employers expect nowadays. Okay. Um, well, so now we know what employers generally expect, and things like communication, problem solving, adaptability, and tech fluency. But our next question is, what does this looks like in practical, especially for the role you are aiming for? Because let's be honest, the skill and the tool need for the software engineer are quite different from those who need by a UI UX engineer or QA engineer or data analysis. So let's break these into some role specific and look what each roles demand technically, tool wise, and also in terms of soft skills. So you can start preparing the path of you're aiming to design, and you can pitch your bets. Okay, so let's focus on the software engineer because most famous role in the IT field right nowadays. So software engineer. For the software engineer, it is all about problem solving, clean code, and understanding the system. And also companies expect your basics like data structures and algorithm. When it's come to the uh, programming languages, you need to know about the basic of the programming languages, because when you go into do the programming, only the syntaxes are different, but basic things and the basic fundamental behind the programming is same. So having a good understanding about basic of the programming language, uh, okay, programming is a crucial. And then the understanding about data structures and the algorithms. So when we are writing code, it's not about uh, completing the requirement what they ask for. It is about performance of the code as well. So that means when we are designing application, when we are coding that one, it is go through a huge kind of data. So that means the performance of the system, performance of the application, performance of what we are building is matter as a developer. So we need to uh, think about the performance of the code what we are writing as well. So when it's come to performance of the code, when we want to enhance the performance of the code, the understanding about data structures and the algorithms are crucial. So that is that. Then the knowledge of the API and knowledge of the JIT and CI/CD processes when it's come to the integration. Also, as a soft skills, you need to have analytical thinking. That is must and crucial when you are willing to be a software engineer, good software engineer. And also you need to attend to the clean code practices as well. That is also crucial. If you are writing a code, you need to have a very clean code. You need to have a perfect indentation, and also you need to avoid the spaces. I mean, unnecessary spaces or is there any unnecessary code lines? You need to remove that one. If someone trying to read your code, that should be readable. That is what I mean here as a clean code practice. Uh, that is some amount of technical skill. Also, team collaboration in agile environment. Those days, a lot of company practice this agile practices in their development process. So, collaborative within the agile environment also crucial. So, being adaptable and learning quickly is what set the great engineer apart from the good ones. Okay, so when it's come to the UI UX engineers, UI UX where creativity meets the empathy. So you will need to understand the user needs, and also you have to design accessible interfaces. And also you have to work across the designing tool like Figma or Adobe XD. If I count as a soft skills, empathy for the users and also the creativity, attention for the details, and also iterative feedback handling. Because when we are release some phases of the application, there can be a lot of feedbacks that have been coming from the customer. We have to sensitive for that, and we have to iteratively handling these feedbacks as well. That is again a skill. And also collaborative with the developers, because we are developing a one product. It is kind of a teamwork. We are shared a goal, so that means we need to have a collaborative work with developers as well. So as a UI UX engineer, your goal is to make a user experience consistent and also the delight. So beyond these tools, understanding the user pain point and applying the feedback truly, and it is what makes the designer stand out. So learning basic front-end coding that helps you to bridge design and the development. Yeah. So that is about the UI UX engineer. Uh, then the QA engineer. QA is somewhat underestimated. That QA role is vital. You are the gatekeeper of the product quality. You will write the test plan, debug, bug tracking or reporting. You are doing manual testing of the features and UI, also the automated testing. A good QA engineer is systematic and also patient. Is always looking for break things before user do. So QA engineer ensure the product meets quality standards before reaching to the users. So they often catch what others miss, and also great QA is it's not just clicking buttons. They think like user. challenge assumptions, also automate it smartly. You know, sir, when developers doing the unit testing, they only testing the happy part. But as a QA, he need to think about all the parts, and also what are the breakpoints can be identified in the test plan. He he only need to think about not only the happy path, he need to test the other path as well in the application. Yeah. And also the collaboration with developer is keys to a fast feedback cycle as well as a QA engineer role. Uh, then lastly, data analysis. So I would say data analysis is the storyteller of the tech, because you gather and clean, analyze data, and also you draw actionable insight. You will actionable insight as well. And you will use SQL, Python, Excel, Telabo, and etc. tool, etc. You can find out and master on it. And most importantly, you need to explain the findings in simple terms for a business team to act on it. That means the data analysis turns the raw data into meaningful insights. So you are expect not just to show the show out the charts or the graph, but you need to explain what they mean to the business. So there are tools are secondary. Your ability to ask the right question, find the right data, and also tell a clear story is important. So I would say, as a data analysis, curiosity is your superpower, as for my point of view. Okay. Mm, I think we have just explored what each role as software engineer, QA engineer, UI UX engineer, and the data analysis, and what is really demand in terms of skill and mindset. So the next big question, how I feel is, how do you actually get there? How do you move from being a student to being a someone who industry ready? Right? So, okay, no worries. Let's talk about the habit, strategies, or a tool that can help you bridge the gap between the stand out as a pressure, not just on a paper, but in the real world. Okay. So, how do you actually become industry ready? So, these are 5 steps we'll take from the just having a degree or being someone companies are excited to hire. Okay, build real world experience. One of the biggest thing employers look for is the practical experience. It doesn't always mean a fancy internship. I don't say internship is not worthy. Internship, that is a good amount of opportunity. You can meet a lot of industry experience there. Take the best out of it. You can have a hands-on experience there, and also you are creating a real world uh, a real world application there, calling your work make a value, because at the end of the day you are developing a real world application. So take the best out of it. That's not what I mean, but it, again, it can be a personal project as well, or a hackathon, or contribute to open source. Even building a solution to problem in your community counts. What is matters that you have built something and you solve something, and you can explain how you did it as well. That is what I count as a real world experience and hands-on experience. Okay, and then create a strong online presence. I know you all have LinkedIn profiles and also GitHub accounts as well. Your LinkedIn, the profile, and GitHub are like your digital resume. Now, paper resume are going to be uh, not updated anymore. I mean, not approvable anymore, because even me as well, if some intern or someone who apply for a job, if he or she mention her LinkedIn profile, then I will go and check actually before the resume. So because of that, make sure they are clear and also updated and show off your work. That is the place to do that as well. If it is not enough for a or a engineer or internship seeker, so you showcase your work, what you have done. You can build a portfolio your own, right? Um, am I audible, guys?
Yes, Miss Shashi Prabha, we can hear you.
Hello, am I
Hello.
audible?
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Deluge. Okay. Where I'm okay. Building a portfolio. And and also this is often where recruiters and the tech leads who look before even reading your CV, as I said earlier. So because of that, update your LinkedIn profile or GitHub, update your projects there, and do the discussions and also share your thoughts there and update your volunteer work or the hackathon work there. Be updatable with your LinkedIn profile. Yeah. And then the master the tool of your role. So every role has its own toolbox. As a software engineer, it might be Git, VS Code, Docker, or any other tool, or SQL or something like that, related tools. A UI UX designer should be fluent in Figma or Adobe XD, or a data analysis need to Excel, uh, SQL, Power BI, Python. You don't, I mean, you don't have to know everything, but you need to be comfortable with the basic and show you are tool survivor. Like that's what I mean. Okay. Mm, then your skills. Improve your skill continuously. Technology move fast, an employer know that. So when they see you are taken a Coursera course, watch the tutorial or earn a badge on the LinkedIn Learning, they will know. They will know you are proactive. That's mindset is their love. So keep learning even after you graduate because this field is moving fastly. There are so many things to learn. I'm not telling you like learn all the thing, but be updatable what happening inside the field. That's what I mean. Okay. And showcase the soft skills. I know that soft skill point I have discussed so many places in the soft skills about this topic. About the factor throughout the session. So, okay. So, what I'm going to say is this often what set one pressure apart from another. That means, can you explain your idea clearly? Can you work well in team? Are you sure? Are you open to feedback? That is very important because I also have personal experience when when we give some feedback to the freshers, they are take it personally. Don't take it personally, take it as a learning point because as a learner, as a starter, as a fresher, the feedbacks are the crucial thing. Feedback is an important thing to learn because you are learning something. You can do there can be some wrong things you are doing, but if you learn something from that wrongdoing, that is what growing. So open for the feedback. That is again a soft skill you need to improve as a skill. And there are things companies can't teach you overnight, but they value deeply. So, and you can demonstrate these to the group project and volunteer work clubs or even part-time job as well. Okay, that is about soft skills. So, I think I have covered all of five things you need to have as a fresh starter. So these 5 actions aren't about perfection. They are all about progress. The more of them you start today, you more confident and industry ready you will be tomorrow. So being industry ready, it's just about passing exam. It is about showing initiative. If you have built even one solid project, and if you can clearly explain your role in it, you are ahead of many others. So don't wait to be perfect. So it's that start where you are and grow fast. Okay. Mm, I think now we have looked all the right things you can do to become industry ready and building experience and sharpening your tools and showcasing soft skills. But sometimes it's not just about what you do, it is about what you avoid as well. So let me explain. Before that, I see some. Okay, that is not for me. I thought of. Okay. Let's dive into the session then. Okay. So, okay. Even the most talented freshers can slip up by making avoidable mistakes that hold them back during hiring or their first job. So let's go over some common mistakes fresh graduates make, and so you don't have to learn them hard way. You know, people say learn from your mistake, but I think even better learn from someone else's also make points. So let's look at some mistake from the freshers often make and how can we avoid them. The first thing I see is expect they are expecting like hand holding. Like in the classroom, teachers guide you step by step, right? But in the real world, manager expect initiative or seniors expect initiative. If you wait for someone to tell you what exactly you do, you might get left behind because there are people who think and do it smartly and they are thinking out of box. So companies appreciate freshers who ask questions, explore solution, and figure the things out, even if they make small mistake along the way. Right? Okay. And also ignoring soft skills. So I have seen incredibly smart freshers struggle, not because they are technical skills, but because they couldn't collaborate and they can't communication clearly when it's come to the actually that's happened when it's come to the remote working culture and also the work from home and the hybrid work manner because uh, they are kind of kind of silent and they are some fear to talk they have some fear to talk about the seniors and express their ideas. When it's come to the collaborative culture in a company, they value everyone's ideas. If it is a wrong or a foolish one, there is no any ideas like foolish or wrong one. These are ideas, but we have to filter out what idea is the fit most to the application. So you can share your thoughts. You can communicate. If there is a question, then ask. If there is a way, if there is the if you see a way, do some things uh, what the senior is what the seniors is not suggested, you can propose that way because you are a fresh graduates. You guys are ton of you guys are fills it ton of new ideas. So we are kind of greedy for those ideas. So because you are precious. So share your ideas, share your thought with seniors. If you feel like that can be done in a different way, in a good way, what they are suggested, than what they are suggested. So that is what we communicate. That is where we need communication clearly and also taking feedback well that I explained earlier. Also, these soft skills are just important as core or design. So because of that, please don't ignore them. They grow you and they grow your career faster than you think. Trust me. Okay, so that is about soft skill and fearing of asking questions. Yeah. Okay, so many pressures stay silent out, like out of the fear, uh, like sounding dumb. But not asking question leads to bigger mistake. I will give you example like when we hire some, when we hiring some intern or something like that. Uh, before they take into the team, we kind of give them like a uh, requirement, and we ask them to develop that one. But in the requirement document, we don't mention all the things. We only mention the scratch. I mean, we only providing the requirement, what customer asks for. Then lot of the features are going to develop uh, what requirement asks for, but there are something we need to think beyond that as well. There can be validation, there can be user pain point, there can be some performance issues can be happen. So those things we need to ask. We need to communicate that as well with the team. Actually, that is what we expected from the requirement document, that training period as well. When we are giving a requirement document as a training to train a new developer or new intern when he come to the team, what is we are expecting is asking question, actually asking question and clear out the doubts. We already know what are the doubts in the requirement document, but we are waiting for to ask them. That is what that is what we meant learning, growing, and being a good developer, being a good software engineer. Actually, I'm telling you in the perspective of software engineering side. So that is what I'm saying, like asking question. But not asking question is lead to a big mistake, because you are doing some implementation or doing something out of no clue, out of nowhere. In tech world, clarity matters more than the pride, right? So seniors actually respect juniors who ask thoughtful questions, because it shows you care about doing right thing, right? Okay. Then the next point, not documenting work. So documentation might sound boring, I know. This is also I did in my Trish graduate period as well. Now I know the consequences. So, but trust me, it is superpower. Whether it is a code comment, project note, or a README file, documenting your work shows the professionalism. Because after your academic, you are entering to the professional world. So that's help your future self and also your team as well. So it's also make your portfolio strong and also easier to showcase as well. That is what I wanted to wanted to give and not documenting work. And then the comparing yourself continuously. I know comparing is it's not a good thing to do, but this is another way. It is easy to look at your batchmate and think they are ahead of me, but everyone is on the different timeline. Trust me. So focus on the progress over perfection. Comparison is kills the confidence. And it is truth is, no one is forced their struggle on the LinkedIn. They only force their wins. So compare yourself with yourself only, not the others. So consistency is the key. Focus on the progress over the perfection. That will make you grow as a good engineer or good professional in the IT field. So remember, it is okay to make mistake as well. We all do. as a senior. I also do, but I'm learning. That is the thing we need to do. That is what we expected in the industry as well. We can, because we are human, we are doing some wrong things and mistake as well. But learning the things behind this mistake is the closure. That is the key. So key is to be aware, reflect, and learn fast. So these 5 insights, I should say, can save you a month of confusion and frustration. And you can practice this in your internship as well. So trust me, after the internship, you will build as a good profession on your field. If it is a software engineer or a QA, UI UX, or a data analysis. Okay, so uh, okay, now I think now we talk about some common mistake the freshers make. So I think it's time to shift the gears a bit. So like talk about something that not just a trend, but a reality in every role now. You know what that is? That is AI, artificial intelligence. Whether you are a developer, tester, designer, or a data analyst, AI is influencing how we work and what we build, and even we get hired as well. You never know. So, if you want to be truly industry ready, it is important to understand how AI is impacting your chosen role, and also how can you use it as an advantage, not as a threat, right? Okay. Okay, so I need a quick show of your hands or a of the waving hand in the chat. How many of you already use the chat GPT and GitHub Copilot or AI design tool like Pigma AI? Awesome. Then you are already on the path. Okay. So then let me know. Then let's look on what AI doing reshape our roles. So AI is already changing how we work. When it comes to the software engineering, we use AI tools like GitHub Copilot to suggest the code, and also automate you repetitive coding task and the test generation, and focus the shift to code quality and architectural and integration as well. You know, we use AI some tools for integration as well nowadays, and for the UI UX. They are generating some designing suggestions, uh, and also they are predictive the UX based on user behaviors data, and now what is the smartest UI for customer to use, and also it's generate some designing concept of the faster ideation as well. And for the QA engineers, you know, where they have automated the test, AI-based test automation. Now we also using in our day-to-day life as well. And we are defining test prioritization. And even though we can predict the failure detection and also self-healing test script also there now, right? And it is reduce the time we spend manual and regression testing. And in the data analysis, in AI assisted in data cleaning and trend detection and anomaly spotting. And also we use machine learning models, AI supported one, and also AI supported analysis for insight consultation as well, right? And even though when it's come to the business analysis role, we have some AI documentation generators as well. Some bug tracking tools, and you know, when it comes to the real world application, we maintain some releases along the way, and that means we release our product within some phases. When it's come to my team, we are release two phases for a year. So we are automate somewhat automated the documentation, user documentation process, and also bug tracking process. And we do the high level testing that is automated there. And also we have some AI I mean, if there is a bug we found from the high level testing, we have kind of AI generated test cases as well to solve that bug fix there. Yeah, uh, that is how the AI if affecting to our roles as well. So be mindful about that, but don't take it as a threat. Take it as advantage. There are a lot of things to do with this AI for our sharpening our roles as a
අවුලන්නේ ළමයි ප්‍රශ්නත් අහනවා.
okay, sorry. Okay,
Sorry to interrupt you, Ms. Shashi Prabha. Students, please keep your microphones muted. Thank you.
okay, thank you. So that is yeah, what I explained is that is how the AI influencing each and every role that we have discussed so far. So it is crucial for you to explore the tools and understand how this AI complaint not replace your role actually. Yeah. So so I think I have covered a lot of areas today, from what the industry expect and to the role specific skill, common pitfalls, and also how AI will changing the game. So I do love to hear from you. So if you have any question, thoughts, or even challenges you have facing as a student preparing for the tech world, this is your time.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ms. Shashi Prabha Dangale, for your very valuable and insightful session. So now the space is open for you students for the question and answer session. So if you have any questions, please drop them into the chat box, and as well as you are free to unmute yourselves and ask the questions. In the meantime, Ms. Shashi Prabha, I can read out some questions from students. The first one is from Ashen Rashmika. He's stating that I would like to know how to shift my career from QA engineer to software engineer. That is our first question.
Yeah, okay. A QA engineer to
Software engineer.
software engineer. Is he did a internship already in QA?
He
Or
has not mentioned anything like that. He's just
okay,
asking how he can shift from QA engineer to software engineer.
okay. Um, if you did the internship related to QA, you need to do an internship first because when you are, I mean, related to the software engineering. So when you are applying for a job and hired for a job, if you are asking for a shifting, that is can be do. I'm not telling that you can't. You can do, and you need to do the internship first because uh, em- okay, uh, you need to complete the internship first because you need to have hands-on experience, but because they count internship as a qualification to apply the job. Uh, and along the way, you can practice the technical skills what I have suggested earlier, like clean code practices, basic knowledge about the programming, because you can adapt to any programming language if you have a basic idea of the programming. and understanding about the data structures and the algorithms, and also CD and CI processes, because it is need to do it is a crucial for that knowledge is crucial for when we are doing the integration. So those technical skills you have to master, and definitely you can apply for an internship, and then you can start your career and uh, yeah, success on it. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your answer for that question, Ms. Shashi Prabha. So the next question is from Supun Subodha. He's asking, most platforms now offer only e-certificates. Should I print them and keep the hard copies for future interviews, or is it just enough to add them to the LinkedIn profile? If I print them, will they still be valid?
Um,
Shall I?
actually, yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I will share my experience when I am in my panel. I'm not going through the certificates that you have. Actually, I check whether we as a team check whether if you have a practical knowledge. If I give you some kind of a code or query or something to write, if you can do it, if you have a problem, analytical thinking there, if I give you a problem or code problem or query, if you can do it there clearly, if you can break down the questions into smaller parts, if you have a analytical thinking there, that's what I'm interviewing actually there. And also you need to have some kind of double OP knowledge as well, and SQL and yeah, SQL basic knowledge. Like I said earlier, basic knowledge of data structures, algorithm as well. I don't think you need to print the certificates. In my time also, they even didn't check my certificates. They only check my attitudes. They also checking your attitudes as well. Um, and also your technical skills and your knowledge there, and how you solve the problem that we are giving at that time. That's what they checking actually in the interview. And but definitely you can share on your profile. But when they have had a CV, if you mention your LinkedIn profile link there, they will go and check your LinkedIn profile. Yeah.
Thank you for that answer, Ms. Shashi Prabha. So the next question is from Dulani Kumari. She is asking how to become an QA engineer after our degree. Can you please explain, ma'am? That is our next question.
Okay. How to become a QA engineer? First, you need to find out for internships, because if you are selecting what role you are going to perform in the future, uh, you have to find out the internship. You have to gather the hands-on experience as well, and also you need to have a passion about that one. And also you can practice what I have suggest in the slide, as a role in the role focused slide. You can practice those skills along the way. Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is what is the difference between QA analyst and QA engineer?
That can be different when it comes to the companies. In I will share my experience in my company. We have QA engineers. Uh, they are doing the analytical part and the engineering part as both in the role. But when it comes to the data analysis or something like that, it will be handled by the data analysis actually.
Thank you for your great explanation, Ms. Shashi Prabha. So there are few more questions. I will read them out for you. So the next question is from Hiruni. She is asking, Madam, how to become a data analyst? What are the requirements to be a data analyst?
Uh, Data analyst also, I think you can go through this role focused slide again, and you will get the answer. As I tell you earlier, data analysis is more like a storyteller tech of the tech. You need to have a knowledge about clean, analyze, and grow the actionable insight. with the data. You are playing with the data and you are making the decision with the data. Uh, can you guys unmute? Okay. So, so you need to have a knowledge about SQL, Python, Excel, and there are so many tools you can master with. You can master with the tool that is needed to be a data analysis and also be passionate about that one. You are playing with data, so be mindful about that. And also you need to have out of box thinking and also curiosity about the data. You know, this world is running on top of the data. So because of that, having good knowledge about analyze of data and how to do that and clean that and draw actionable insight of that is will help you to be a good data analysis. And also you need to first do the internship because before even after role you anyway any role that you have selected, you need to have internship first. And also with that master the skills what I mentioned today here according to the role that you are going to select in the future. That will be that should be technical skills, soft skills, force workplace readiness, and the tools that should be mastered according to the roles. Yeah, even
Yes.
if sorry, even if a data analysis QA or a software engineer is same.
Yes, I appreciate your nice explanation there, Ms. Shashiprabha. So the next question is from Tarindo Tissaranga. He's asking, he's saying actually, good evening, madam. How to balance academic and internal project workload efficiently throughout the course duration without getting any conflict?
That is where you need the time management skill. That is again important. Maybe you will have kind of a timetable or something like that. I also did in my period. I started my internship in my third year. So yeah, so and that in that time we have facilitated to do my studies academic in the weekends. So full weekend it is packed with the lectures, and the other 5 days I'm working. But internship period, I worked 2 years as a uh, part-time worker, and I did my academic as well at that time. So what I did was the assignments I have done at the sometimes in the PS because the third years and fourth years, as I can remember, we don't have much lectures. So what I did was I have completed the work. Uh, I mean, I have balanced the work in day to day. I have completed the assignments uh, in the weekends in the campus as well. So because we have a group assignment or something like that, so we completed the work the day what we have got. I mean, we have managed the time. I know that is not easy. So we have, if you are decided to do that, that part time, I mean full time working and academic, you have to do that dedication. So time management is the key. Uh, yeah, yes, and also doing that internship with my academic course very helpful to me because because I started my internship at a startup. So I have learned from the scratch because the integration and requirement gathering and SRS writing and testing, all the things I can see there, and I can see the big picture from there because lot of I mean all the things uh, doing by their own, and it is a small team. And also I can see what they have done, and I have learned from them as well, and I also take a help from them to my project as well because I got to know some I, I got to know future, new trends in that period from them because I have collaborate with the industry expertise. So got to know the industry trends on those days, and I use them into my project as well in the academic project. So that is how I manage. Yeah. Sorry if I giving a
No,
long
that's
answer.
okay. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with our students, Ms. Shashiprabha. So the next question is, uh, she's asking, Madam, for a security, what kind of courses we need to complete?
What kind of courses? Actually, I'm not aware about that thing, Dirukshik, the cybersecurity thing.
Okay,
But you can
yeah.
definitely find from LinkedIn, Coursera, uh, can't remember the name. Okay, anyway, you have ChatGPT, you can type what are the trending courses I can follow to master in cybersecurity. You can follow them.
Okay, thank you for that. So the next question is from Rishma. She's asking, what is the basic qualification or degree to become a QA engineer?
For being a QA engineer, you need to complete the software engineering degree first. And what else, Dirukshi? Degree or qualification?
She's asking what is the basic qualification or the degree to become a QA engineer?
Okay, I think I have covered the basic qualification for
Yeah,
a,
yeah,
QA engineer,
yeah.
but a degree you need to complete the software engineering degree. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the next question up is, uh, how can we enter the IT industry as a data analyst by doing computer science as a major subject?
Computer science as a main, that won't be a problem. Uh, if you don't have the data analysis as a subject on your coursework, but you can do your own study because there are so many references out there in the internet, and courses and LinkedIn courses, Coursera courses, and there are so many. You can do your self learn. In our industry also we need this continuous self learn. You can do that, you can gather that knowledge, but again you have to complete the internship first, then and there you can take gather your hands on experience, and if there is any freelancer project or something like that, you can try out them as well. And like I said earlier, is there any, if you can see any comment comment question, if you can give the answer with your application or data analytical application, you can do that and practice those things. Anyway, you have to master the technical skill that is required for that role, and apply for an internship.
Yeah, appreciate that answer. So the next question is, there are so many questions coming up. So the next question is, how to define real world project? Is it like freelancing projects or is it okay to create our own guideline to create projects?
Yeah, you can do a freelancing project, and you can uh, I think most practical way to have a hands-on experience on a real world project is hackathon, because there also you will practice the soft skills as well, and also the technical skills you can practice there, because they are giving you some kind of a problem, you have to find the answer there. So I think hackathon is a best practical way. And also you can try out your own project as well. I can remember in my time I need to learn the tech stack. I can't remember the programming language. So I just take some portfolios and try to develop a application, a to-do app or something like that from the React. So I needed to learn the React. So I try to create a to-do app to-do list app from the React. And also I need to learn a kind of I yeah, I can remember I learned to need to learn some kind of mobile application development. So I see a problem like when I working at the internship, there's a shuttle service, so I miss the bus. So I just want to have a, I just see as a problem. So I just trying to create an app. There are the three shuttle is operating there. So I try to create the app using and what is the time it is coming to the main town and track that and try to catch the shuttle bus. So like kind of this, you can try out the real what are the things or the overwhelming situation that you can see in the day-to-day life, and you can try to create a project or something like that. There is kind of a trial and error, but the experience you got is that will part of your growing process.
Thank you for
Yeah.
your on-point answer. So the next question is from PPC Premaratna. The question is it possible to take on a data analyst role during my internship period, or is a master's degree required for that position?
No, you don't need any masters, but I'm not sure is I think I have given the answer for the same question. Maybe if you have covered the data analytical, I mean, related subject on your coursework, that if it is, that is okay. If not, you have to have a self-learn on that and try out the things you need to master on that area and try to apply for an internship actually.
Yeah, okay. So the next question is, what are the basic qualifications to be a UI and IX engineer? We didn't do any internship yet.
Again, I would say it is internship, and I think I have explained the technical and soft skills within the slide I have shared.
Yeah, I appreciate your patience with Shashprabha. So there are so
No,
many
that's
questions actually. So the next one is, Madam, will the age affect for starting a career in IT industry to someone who finishes his or her degree at the age of like 29 to 30?
no way. No, no. The age is not a
Okay.
problem. Yeah, no, you're never late. You know, we all have our own time period.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so the next question is, ma'am, for AI and robotics, what are the basic qualifications required?
AI and robotics. I think you need to have the technical skill first, and along with that, you need to have the tool expertise that is related to the AI development role. I think machine learning, NLP, and theory along with that, and data analysis skill, analysis skill, and yeah, I think those knowledge will be crucial. If I short answer, you need to gather the technical skills, soft skills, and also the tool expertise along with the role.
Okay. The next question up is, uh, what are the soft skills and technical tools for a business analyst, and how can we enter the IT industry as a business analyst?
Okay, business analyst. Again, you need to communicate clearly, and also you need to be accountable, and also you need to be creative, and you so you have to set pain point of the customer. So these are the soft skills, and the technical skills. I think you need to have some documentation knowledge along the software engineering process. And also, if you are applying for a specific domain, let's say there are some domains in in a company and the industry as well. Some companies developing HR specific domains related application, some manufacturing related or supply chain one, some mm, developing kind of service management related application. I mean domain. That's what I'm explaining as a domain. There can be HR, service management, manufacturer, supply, logistic. That is kind of domain. In our company, we have manufacturing, HR, payroll, service management, and aeroplane and defense, because we are uh, develop our application to fit into these domains. So as a business analyst, if you are, I mean, domain knowledge means how the business is going on in that industry. So because the business knowledge is why it is important is you are going to automate that big business process. To automate the business process, you need to have a domain knowledge as well. Yeah, I hope it's helpful.
Thank you for your answer, Ms. Shashi Prabha. So the next question is a bit of like a very common question. Tarushi is asking, if I have a low GPA, will it affect my internship? I think she is asking about, will it affect to have a low GPA in getting a internship opportunity?
No, as I said, as long as if you are knowing the basics of the programming language and uh, not language, the programming, uh, when you are ready for the internship, take the knowledge of the basic idea of the programming, and also master on the database knowledge. I mean, SQL query, normalization, joins, writing a perfect query, and performance of that query also, and gather the knowledge about data structures, algorithms. If you have the right amount of those areas, you can get an internship. And also, when you get a code or a question or real-time example or real-time pain point in your interview, if you can break down that problem into phases, and if you can think analytically on this problem, then you will ready as a fresh graduate for a job. So but you have to try harder, because I don't know why you are getting the low GPA, but uh, maybe you know the reason. So there can be some reason to happen that. So try to fix those drawbacks and the things that you have done wrongly to have a low GPA, and start from today, and you are never late. So start from today and master the skills what I have mentioned earlier, and you will definitely get an internship.
Yeah, appreciate that answer. So there's another question from PPC Premaratna. He's asking, ma'am, which role is easier to handle during an internship period? Data engineer or data analyst?
The engineer or analyst. Actually, I don't have any hands-on experience in those roles, because my role is software engineering, and very well known about that, but data engineer and analytic, I would say that will be company specific. And for an internship, actually, first they will give you kind of a training period, and then only they will put you into the teams and the real world. I mean, real time application work implementation. Uh, yeah, I would say I mean, I can't give you a rightful answer for that because I'm not aware about that one. Very sorry.
Thank you, Miss, for trying your level best to answer that question, even though you didn't have much idea about that. I really appreciate that. So the next question from Ravi Adhikari is, my question is about landing on an internship. What are the most impactful things you look into a software engineering internship? And do you use any ATS systems for the selection? If so, how to make my CV stand out?
Uh, when it comes to the CV, actually, it should be readable and clear. We are appreciating one-page CVs actually. You need to have a kind of a your photo on the CV as well. That is when it's come to the CV. And what is the other thing, Nirukshi? I mean,
The
first part.
second part, yeah, the second part of the question is actually the first part. He is asking what are the most impactful things you look into a software engineering internship.
Yeah, internship that I said earlier is you need to have a very good technical skills. And also we are checking whether you do have a soft skills as well, whether the way you will communicate, and also when we are giving you a kind of a problem to solve and how you approach that one and taking the initiative and how you do that. Um and also we are checking whether your GitHub and Jira and Agile related knowledge. Uh, and also and and we are checking whether your attitudes and your soft skills are fitting to our working culture as well, because that is very important as well when it's come to the remote working, your attitudes and also your behaviors and how you take the things, and how you collaborate and how your people, that is also matters when it's come to the work. If not, if you are a brilliant coder, if you can't communicate or say what you have done there, or if you can't meet your deadline, or if you can't collaborate with the people in the team, that won't work as a profession. Yeah.
Okay, so we have another common question. Uh, Taslim is asking, in today's digital era, is it more beneficial for IT graduates to join a company first to gain experience, or is it realistic and advisable to start our own business or work online independently right after completing our degree?
Actually, it is a personal choice, right?
Yeah, yes.
Uh, but I would say first take the hands-on experience, because there are so many things you have learned uh, from the industry, because you know how the things are going on, and if you get a income, uh, I'm going to say is if you and what would suggest is do like that. First take the hands-on experience, do an internship, join to a company and gain an experience. Then you feel you ready. When you feel ready, and start a side hustle and do the both. But you know, we have 24 hours in a day. and you need to have sufficient sleep, 8 hours of sleep, and then you have 16 hours. And for the 6 hours or 8 hours for the office work, and put the other 6 hours and the other 3 hours or 4 hours for your side hustle and improve it. And I mean, uh, uh, do your best in your 6 hours on your job. I mean, your professional job. You have, I mean, what you are working for. If you are working for a company, put your 6 hours or 8 hours they are required for the company. Do it correctly and do it right. And the next 6 hours put in your side hustle. If you feel like you are earning more than your job, but you are, I mean, what you are doing right now, then move. That is not my idea, but that can be uh, that can be your idea actually. I mean, your decision. That is not my perspective. Interesting
Okay.
questions, huh?
Yeah, there are a lot more, Miss Shashi Prabha. So we have another question. I think we answered this before, but in case he or she has missed it, I will ask it again. So uh, she or he is asking, do companies look for a first class or second upper class degrees with higher GPA for internships?
No, there are some situation if you are coming with a higher GPA and the first class or second class, there are several, I mean, rare situation, but they can't answer the questions what we have asked there, but they can't resolve what what we are asked from the interview, and they can't approach the problem what we are what we are asked to resolve, and they can't approach in an analytical manner. So sometimes they don't have any soft skills what we expected as an employer. So we can't guarantee you will get an internship when you get a higher GPA or something like that. But it will be definitely beneficial. But uh, but I don't think as long as if you have a good GPA or a class, it will definitely give you an internship or job, or you will be success as a profession in the industry. That is lot more than that. That is what I covered today. So along with your academics, that is I told you, uh, being ready for the industry, not just passing the exams. I'm not underestimate you. I am telling you like you have to master these skills what I have discussed earlier. Also needed to be ready as a fresh starter to the industry. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that. And we have another interesting question. Um, Taruka or Taruka Senaviratna is asking, how can I properly align my GitHub profile with the projects I have done? Which type of projects should be more prominent on my CV, or individual projects or group projects? Shall I repeat it again?
Yeah, yes, please.
Uh, she's asking, how can I properly align my GitHub profile with the projects I have done? And she's asking which type of projects should be more prominent on the CV? Is it individual projects or group projects?
As long as if you can explain what you have done and what is the role you have played in the project, that can be included uh, in the CV. So if you have done so many of project, please select the best out of it. Don't mention all the things, then your CV will be very longer. So select the best out of it and mention it. And if you really need to mention about those things, if you really need to get an attention on this project, you can mention it in the introduction what you have given in the interview as well. And along with that, uh, if you but all the project you have done, please align on your GitHub account with the README file and the introduction. Yeah.
Okay. So next, we have something like an out-of-the-box question. Uh, uh, he or she is asking, Madam, if I have joined a club like Toastmasters, which is not related to improving technical skills, is it good to mention it in the interview?
In the interview.
Yeah, in the interview.
Yeah, you can mention it in the CV. If the interviewer is interested about this, then he or she will definitely mention that and ask about that one, because we also consider about the not in the first interview, maybe in the second interview or something like that. Uh, uh, there can be actually I'm answering with what the process is going on in our company, because uh, they will ask about your those kind of details in the second interview or the end of the first interview as well. You don't need to specially mention that one, but they will definitely notice if you are mentioning in the CV. And if you are uh, uh, trying to improve the soft skills by entering the club like Toastmaster, then they will notice your difference from the others as well. And, yeah, to continue with that.
Okay, so the next question, I guess you are the person to answer it to the level best, Miss Shashi Prabha. So, Menakan Satya, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. He is asking, what are the eligibility criteria required or the required qualifications and key skills needed to join the IFS after completing 2 years of undergraduate studies, and how can I start preparing for it effectively?
Okay, 2 years undergraduate. So that I hope you have 2 years to complete the degree. Actually, we are only hiring the undergraduates if if they have 1 year or a 6 month gap to graduate, because we are also putting effort to train a undergraduate, because we are giving our effort and the time to train a new one. So because of that, we are mainly focusing who uh, student who completing their degree within 1 year or 6 months actually. So I think because you are second year student, undergrad, you can definitely apply after 1 year. I mean, on your third years. Uh, yeah. What else he or she asking, Niruksha?
Yeah,
IFS. What are the
yes, he's asking, I will read it from the beginning. What are the eligibility criteria or the required qualifications and key skills needed to join the IFS after completing 2 years of the undergraduate studies? And the next question is, how can I start preparing for it effectively?
Okay, that's what I have talked about entire session,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay. You need
okay.
to improve the technical soft skills and the workplaces readiness and the tools. I don't know what role you are expecting to apply. I think I have explained clearly by role wise.
Yeah, moving on, the next question is from Ashan Pramod. He's asking, Madam, could you please suggest some online platforms or certifications that are currently being considered as valued by the software industry for entry-level roles?
Entry level roles. Okay. Uh, there can be some Coursera courses. Uh, mm, try some courses. If you are aiming for a software engineering role, I can answer that role with my insight because I'm more familiar with that. So for the software engineer, if you are looking, I mean, if you are aiming for a software engineering role, there are Coursera courses and LinkedIn courses who can which can master your uh, data algorithm knowledge, data structured knowledge. So we are questioning about them in the interview as well, and we need to have those data structures and algorithm knowledge as well, and effective query writing. Actually, I can't remember the names of the courses, but I can give you kind of the areas you can focus on: effective query writing and data algorithm knowledge and data structure knowledge and basic programming, double OP concepts and normalization related things, and performance improvement of the code and how to write a clean code, and that is related to technical. And when it comes to the soft skills, how to how and there are some soft skills improving courses as well: how to uh, how to communicate effectively, how can we take the feedbacks from the industry expertise, and how can we tolerate those feedbacks and learn from it. Those kind of area, if there is courses covering those kind of areas, you can master them. And also collaborative, how to improve the collaborative across the team, and how to work with the cross functionals. Mm, and how to adapt to the work from home culture. Those are soft skills. Mm, yeah, I think those kind of courses related to those factors you can mm, study and you can follow.
Yeah, okay, I appreciate your answer. So the next question is from Rafish. He's asking, what do you need to do to become a cloud engineer?
Cloud engineering, I think you need to have the basic understanding first on the programming, SQL, and the basic programming concepts. And you have to master the relevant tools and the technical skills that is related to cloud engineering actually.
Okay, so next up is a long question. Janidu is asking, ma'am, I have often seen companies asking about knowledge of frameworks, for example, Spring Boots, used in the industry when looking for internships positions. You know, for undergraduates who work with traditional tools and technology, so can I apply for internships without much knowledge about such frameworks? Is it a negative impact on getting a chance to get selected for an internship with that?
Um, but I can remember in my academics time, I have used Spring Boot in my academic project. Uh, so MBC concept as well. Um, but why don't you have idea about those frameworks? You maybe without having any clue, at least you can't have a hands-on experience, but you will have kind of an idea what is the Spring Boot framework is, and what are the things you need to absorb as a fresher and as a beginner to the start the Spring Boot framework things, and have idea about that and apply. Then you can be honest with that. You don't have any hands-on experience, but you know what is it. That is what I mentioned earlier as well. You don't need to know everything, but you need to have kind of a clue, because we can't try all the technologies along the industry, IT industry, but we can have a kind of idea. It won't be a negative impact, but let's say there is a two people coming for the same interview, but you don't know about the Spring Boot framework, but he or she knows about that, but he or she doesn't have any hands-on experience. But he or she explained what what he or she know, but you didn't make a effort, even make a effort. So who is gonna select it? So that is that. So you need to have a hands-on experience always, but can have at least have an idea because it's Spring Boot framework is kind of old concept. So I think you should have an idea about.
Okay, nice explanation, Miss Shashi Prabha. So we have a third question from PPC Premaratna. He is curious to know on what can I expect on my first day as a data analyst.
You have to, mm, when you apply for that, is it? Apply for a data analysis? Actually, you better go and experience.
Yeah, okay. So the next question is, Madam, our degree is in BSc in IT. So is it okay to apply for a software engineer position with a BSc in IT degree?
Yeah, that is can be because software engineering, I think within the software engineering IT degree as well, they are covering software engineering subjects.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that means you have a knowledge about software engineering basics and data, SQL and the programming. So you can apply. That doesn't matter.
Thank you for your answer. The next question is, ma'am, if I have less number of projects to be mentioned in my CV, will it affect me in getting a job in the IT field? What is the impact of mentioning projects in a CV?
Um, no, that doesn't matter. As long as you can answer the question what they asked for in the interview. If interviewee feel like you are sweet for the job, and if you have good technical knowledge and also if your soft skills is sharp, uh, and if your skill knowledge and data structure or data algorithm knowledge is good, then that is okay. But mentioning the project you have done will be some advantages. And they will ask what you have done there and what is the role you have played on the project. Then you will be able to explain that one and as well because there's a place you get a real world experience. So they will check whether what is the role you have played on your project and what is the hand-on experience you have gathered from there. Uh, yeah, that can be advantages if you have mentioned the project you have done, but the project amount of the project you have done is not affected to the CV, but but it is will gain your experience. That's all.
Okay, so the next question is, I think we have answered it earlier. So this time the question is, what are the job roles which are available for a BSc in IT degree student?
Actually, data analysis, cloud engineers, DevOps engineers, AI engineers, QA engineers, software engineers, UI UX designers. Yeah.
Okay. Then Muhammad Ramson is asking, Madam, could you give me some points of guidance to get internship in a good IT company? And will university refer us to the company?
Uh, University will refer us to the company. Actually, I don't have idea. I think it is coordinated by the universities, but I think we also have some collaborations with the universities. we do some collaboration and the career fairs and the career days. We do some mock interviews and selected the new fresh grads from the career days, but I don't know about his uh, university. So anyway, what is the first he is asking?
He's
What are
asking
the
for some tips or the points of guidance to get an initial internship in a good IT company.
yeah, I think that's what I have covered within the session actually.
Yeah, exactly.
You can
Okay.
go through each and
Okay, so next up, we have an interesting question. Vidura Bandara is asking, Madam, if we learn and aim on a particular field where internships and good job opportunities are rare, will that mark as waste of time and skill? Within brackets, he has mentioned security field in IT. I feel there are lack of internship opportunities.
um, yeah, in these days we have this kind of internship lacking problem also for the cyber security and the security side, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm not a right person to answer that thing. Actually, I'm not aware about the security side.
Okay, that's fine, Miss Shashi Prabha. So the next question is uh, again from Tarindu Tisaranga. He's saying that, Madam, sorry to take your time. I desperately need to get on with the IoT. I would like to know what are the prerequisites to master for a certain field. Should I follow another course for that?
Yeah, it's better you can start with the basics and the IoT basic courses there. Then you will get kind of a very basic knowledge, and also you can master along the way. So there can be tons of references and academic resources in out there in the internet, so you can refer them and master your knowledge. Then they anyway that will be useful anywhere in your field. If you are desperately interested about this field, why don't you master on that one? Yeah, there are so many output resources out there. You can master them and learn. Self-learn is the key to mastering this industry, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So the next question is from Aki. She's asking, ma'am, if I won't get any class, will that affect on my career or in doing an MSc program in IT or a relevant field?
I didn't get it. Doing a class. Can you
Uh,
repeat it, Dinakshi?
yeah, sure. She's asking if I won't get any class, will that affect on my career or to do a master's MSc program in IT or a relevant field?
No, actually, getting a class is advantageous, but it won't affect actually. But when you are going to do a MSc or MBA, as I can remember, there is a prerequisite to apply for a MBA. But actually, that can be different according to the university that is affording the MBA or MSc. Uh, when I'm doing my one, we need to have a second class upper or the first class. No, second class upper. Uh, and or 2 years or 3 years hands-on experience in the industry. That is the prerequisite for my MBA and the MSc. Um, but there are some 1 year period of MBAs, and I don't know about the MSc, but there are some in 1 year period of MBA as well. So that is that is different with the university which is offer the MBA or MSc program and the period of the MBA or MSc.
Okay, thank you for that answer, Ms. Shashi Prabha. So up to now, the question before the last one, uh, KC Vijayatilaka is asking, Miss, we may have theoretical knowledge, but we don't know how to fully apply it to the real world. What should we do? Can we mention the mini group projects we have done, but those are mostly only code type ones?
Okay, I have
Okay.
started. I will tell you what I tried earlier. I tried with the to-do list app and shuttle service. Those are common now, and chatbot applications. And if you type on a ChatGPT and search for a simple learning real world project that I can develop as a fresh, then you will get so many suggestions than me.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer. So the last question is Kavisha is asking, Madam, for the intern QA engineer role, do we need to practice Selenium or what are the main tools we should focus on learning just to be better prepared without affecting the CV or the interview process?
Actually, because they have a lot of companies focus on the automation testing. You better know the Selenium, and also, as I can remember, you need to have a knowledge about the writing test cases as well. So practice about that one. And it's better you can have a knowledge about Selenium tools and about some automation technique as well. It will be definitely advantageous because they will definitely ask you have a experience or knowledge about these things. If you have a pre knowledge on that, they only have to train you and go with that. So I think it is better you have that knowledge actually. Yeah, if you are focusing for a role, uh, please try to be master on the tools that is belong to that role and the skills. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your valuable time and sparing so much of valuable time to answer the question. There were like around 50 questions so far. So before winding up the session, Miss Shashi Prabha, I would like to kindly request you to stop sharing from your end because we have something little to share with you.
Okay. I will have before close today, I will want to leave
Okay,
just a few thoughts as well because you have
okay,
asked so many questions and I thought of like you. I just need to wrap up the things what I have mentioned here as well. I mean, overall. So the first thing is you can start small, but you have to start. So you don't you I mean you don't have all the answers right now, but don't wait, feel ready. So please start building and exploring and apply. So even simple project or even small internship can be a first step towards for your dream career. So do that. So start small, but start. And also be curious. Always learn because in this industry, uh, learning should be continuous and it is a process. The best professional aren't they are not who is know everything, but they are who keep learning. So technologies are change and tool also evolve. So but your willingness to grow and what will keep you go ahead. And then the be intentional, show up and ask and share, be visible, ask questions, connect with others, post your work online, share your journey, and your effort will notice by the industry people who are trying and hiring. So not just one who are the perfect. And also, I know this journey can feel overwhelming, but trust me, if you stay consistent, ask for a help, or keep showing up, you're already doing better than most. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I will stop my sharing. Then can I stop? Family with the Zoom actually.
Yeah, Miss
Okay. Now I see.
Shashiva.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
thank you. Okay, so as we have come close to the end of the session today, so I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to you, Miss Shashi Prabha Gangala, for taking your really valuable time to share your experiences, your wisdom, and the actionable advice with all of us students. So your insights have truly helped our audience to gain a better understanding of what the industry looks for and how they can prepare themselves to be a better professional. So as a small token of appreciation, we would like to present you with this token of appreciation for your contribution to this important initiative. And on behalf of the Section E3 of SLAS and the IEEE Computer Society of Sri Lanka's chapter, thank you once again. And to all of our wonderful participants. So there were around 300 participants joining us via the Zoom, as well as a numerous number of participants joining with us through the live stream on YouTube as well. So we had so many participants registered for this first webinar of the series from different universities all across the country. So I would like to mention some names of the universities, including the Open University of Sri Lanka, the University of Moratuwa, the University of Colombo School of Computing, University of Sabaragamuwa, Uvavellasta University, the KDU, SLIT, SLTC, as well as the University of Sri Chaiwaddanapura, and many more universities. So thank you all for joining with us today and for your active engagement. So we hope you found this session meaningful and thought-provoking. So don't forget, this is just the beginning. So this is the very first webinar of the webinar series of 6 webinars just like this one. So we have 5 more workshops lined up in this series. So stay tuned with us for more. Until then, stay focused, confident, and keep building your path towards a successful future in tech. Have a great evening, everyone, and see you at the next session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the attention, and I wish you all the best as you begin your careers. Thank you.
Okay, have a very good night, everyone. So this will be the end of our session of the first webinar. So we hope your participation as much as for this webinar in the next session as well. So keep in touch with us.